Are you tired of scrolling through Instagram and wondering, hmm, how do I turn these followers into buyers instead of just double tap? Well, if that's the case, then this video is for you. In this video, Lorena and I are going to give you 5 steps on how to convert these followers into buyers and or tenants if you're looking to rent your specific property. Now, if you stay to the end, I'm going to give you a bonus tip that you're really going to find useful. So, without further ado, Lorena, let's talk about the Instagram profile, right? I firmly believe that that profile should scream, I am selling a house or I am renting a house. So, what are your thoughts and how do we optimize that Instagram profile?
Perfect. So this is the first step. You need to optimize your Instagram profile. Make sure your Instagram profile is full optimized. So how I do that? This includes a clear profile picture, have a I don't know, like your face, not always your logo of your company. If people see faces, like it's going to be like familiar, and they are going to like get attached or your brand. So, for example, if you want to put your logo, you can do it, but put it in a high quality. But I told you, you can change a little bit, like your logo, but yourself too. Okay. So, and the other thing that you need to optimize your profile is to have a bio, about a bio with the highlights. When you put, for example, your properties, I don't know, like Florida properties or Airbnb properties or these kind of services that you provide. Okay, so make sure to have a good photo of them so you can put it in the highlights and people look at them. And for of course in your bio you need to put the link of your website. Please have a website for your own. This is really important. So put your link for the landing page or your website, and put, for example, if you are worldwide, doesn't matter. But if you are located in Florida, put the address of, or for example, put the Florida. I don't know, like I'm located here in Florida, something like that. This is the best thing to do in your profile.
And I'm just going to add one more thing about the profile, right? One of the things you guys need to understand is that your profile is your, what I like to call your bulletin board, right? It is the first thing that people are going to see and, or look for or look at to know who you are. And Lorena mentioned about logos. Now, there's a little bit of controversy here, what I'm about to say. I personally don't really like putting a logo as my profile picture. I mean, your logo can be somewhere in your page or your name, but the reason I don't like it is because people do business with people they know and trust. So
Yes.
I I prefer that you put your a picture of you, right? Uh, and I see a lot of people putting logos or avatars, right? Just put a picture of you. You know, pay a professional to do some nice headshots. Uh, make it have a variety of headshots, so it's not always the same picture. 30 years later, and when people finally meet you, they're like, "Oh, this you don't look like the picture," right? But nonetheless, I highly recommend that you use a picture of you, not necessarily a logo. Now, the next step we're going to be talking about is your content, right? Your visual content that you're going to be putting on or posting stuff of, right? You know, it really shouldn't be. like your cousin's blurry vacation pictures that you often see on someone's profile. It really needs to be magazine worthy. So Lorena, talk to us more. Let's talk about, you know, posting attractive visual content. What's that about?
Okay, perfect. So here there are like two things that I need to I don't know tell you about. It's like people always put only picture of the properties. Yeah, doesn't matter if they are really high quality photos, but they only put a picture of your of the properties. So I told this in the last or the two podcasts ago, but I say like you need to post as well stuff like I don't know, like restaurants like around your property or gyms or I don't know, tennis court, things that people are going to enjoy about the location, not only the property. Okay, but the other thing that I want to say, like post high quality photos and videos, please, with a good cell phone or with a good photographer. He is going to help you with this. Okay, so you think that you are going to, for example, if you take yourself the photos and you don't know about this, you are going to lose a lot of followers, or maybe people are going to see like, nah, this is a cheesy one, this is a cheesy profile, and I'm not going to follow. So please be careful with this because this is your face, this is your company. So the images should be bright, like well framed, uh, display all the interior of the property, details, for example, the coffee table, the coffee station, the desk. I mean, stuff that people are going to look and say like, okay, I want to be there. The pool, the jacuzzi, something like that.
Yeah, here's another very important thing about the pictures that I've talked about this a lot. So if you follow me on my Instagram, you've heard me say that this before, right? You really need to create a an experience for the viewer. Lorena mentioned, right? Don't just post a picture of the house. Don't just post a picture of a living room, right? Create an experience with that. I personally like to put people in my pictures, right? For example, if you have a jacuzzi, don't just take a picture of the jacuzzi, take a picture of people in the jacuzzi, right? That creates an image for the viewer that allows that viewer to put themselves in that specific jacuzzi, right? Same as a property. And then the last thing I'll say about that is, and Lorena touched on it, but I think it's super important, is tell the viewer what they're going to experience if they stay in your property or if they buy that specific property. So what do I mean by that? Make sure that you highlight some attraction, right? You know, if you live near Disney, put Disney pictures of Disney, right? If you're in Fort Lauderdale, make sure you put a lot of pictures of Fort Lauderdale Beach, Las Olas, some of the higher end restaurants. You have to create that experience for that viewer. I think that's super important. Um, Anything else you want to add to that, Lorena?
Uh, Something keep in mind that I mean, it doesn't have to be like with content itself, but for example, when you talk like post picture about Fort Lauderdale, Las Olas, and everything. One day I stay in one of your properties in David, Miami, and you have, for example, in your property picture in the wall that about the beaches and everything, and I really enjoy it. So I took a picture of myself and I posted in my Instagram. So I think that is a good idea to have as well picture of the location or picture about the beaches and or the things that you have like in here in the location. Put it in your property itself because maybe people is going to took a picture and tag you. This is a good strategy too. This is another thing that but it is that just in my mind. right now.
Okay. No, no, that's good, and just emphasize that fact. Now, if you're running a short-term rental, what she just talked about is really important, right? You want to. You. She stayed in our property. She saw a beautiful picture, and she took a picture next to that picture, right? That's what you want, and you want to encourage people that do that. If you're running a short-term rental, to tag you on those pictures, right? So that when their friends are looking at her profile, sees that picture and sees that you're tagged on it, that person can go then ahead and go to your page and see who you are, what you're about. That's a very good way to increase your followers and get more engagement with people that are not in your sphere. Very, very
So
important.
this is like a bonus
So,
one.
yes, yeah, correct. All right, all right. Step number three. Step number three is promote target paid ads. Right. If you're not using target ads, you're kind of basically shouting out into the void. Right. Uh, Geo targets like you really have to. Anyways, let me let you talk about geo targeting and target paid ads, and tell us how someone can use that to attract more people and get more buyers.
Yeah, people ask me all the time, like, should I pay ads in Instagram or Facebook? And I say, like, if you have the budget, you should do it, because this is going to help you to grow your audience and target them. Like, it's not like easy to have like a millions of followers for you on in the beginning. So for me, in the beginning is going to help you. This is a really good strategy, but be careful, because many people put you. I don't know if you saw, Fernando, like it's a button in blue and say like promote here, something like that, and people do this and put like $300, and the $300 disappear in 1 week, and nothing happened, and people say like, okay, I make ads in Instagram and Facebook and didn't work. Why? Because you didn't do it good. You need people who knows how to run ads and how to target the ads and how to analyze them. So don't do that. Don't. I prefer, if you told me like I'm not going to pay someone to do it, it's better not do it, because you are going to first lose money, and second one, you are going to say in the future, I don't care, I don't like to do ads because it didn't work. So for have like a promote target ads, you need to leverage Instagram ads to reach like your audience. You need, I'm telling you like many times, to target people with interesting about your properties, the locations, to rent or to buy. Yeah, it depends the objective, and make sure to geo-target. What is geo-target? Geo-target is like, if you want people to go to Miami to your property, for example, put the interesting people interested in Miami or people interested in Florida, or you want to like sell your property or sell your client's property in, I don't know, Georgia. So look for people that are interested in things or stuff or activities or places in Georgia. So you know that they are interested about that location. So this is going to help you a lot.
Oh, okay, perfect. I don't really have much more to add in terms of that, other than just to re-emphasize: don't just boost a um, you know a post. Don't just boost. You have to be specific and very targeted. That's why it's called a target paid ad, as to who's going to be your avatar, who's going to be your customer. Who do you want to, what person or persons you want to see what you are going to pay an ad for, right? because when you boost that, it's general. You can uh, somewhat, but not specific, uh, uh, create a general or a more specific ad when you boost. But it's more important that you have a specific target group. So next step is step number 4, and this is sharing testimonies and success story, right? I think this is gold. Testimonials are like gold stars for your business, right? Record your clients saying things like, whoa, this agent is the best, changed my life, found me my dream home. This travel advisor found me the best vacation package, best deal, best property. Uh, you want to do that. So, Lorena, let's talk about testimonies and success stories, why they're successful, and how do we use that to our advantage?
Perfect. There is the key for your like success, because if people see like another people is buying for you or is renting your property, they are going to say like, okay, this is real first. I mean, it's not like a scam or it's not like fake profile. Then they are going to see like, okay, they are having fun there in your property, or they buy your property or sell your property. Yeah. So this is the key to have I don't know, like a sign that you are unique or authentic, so how you can do it? You can ask them to make a video to say like, okay, I'm here in this property, blah blah blah, I like this, I like that. You can do that. The second thing is like you can take picture of your client to when they sell, when they like when they sell their home, on when they buy your home. So you can have picture, you can have as well an audio of them telling you like, okay, blah blah blah, I like this, I like this, thank you for this, thank you for helping me with my house and everything. And you can post it like a video. The first thing you can have, for example, the chat or on your WhatsApp, when they tell you like, thank you for helping me and everything. You can post that. Of course, first you need to ask them for the permission. Be careful with that. Or you can put like, for example, Google reviews. If people are like putting like 5-star Google reviews, you can post that too in the stories or in a post. So people are reviewing like really well. If you don't have like really good reviews, be careful with that, because this is a sign that you are a bad seller or your property are bad or something like that. So be careful, because we don't want to do that. I mean, we don't want to have bad reviews. Be careful with that.
Okay. The next step, uh, and so now what I want to talk about is you sliding into my DMs. Just kidding, but we're going to talk about DMs, right? We're going to talk about the importance and the power of direct messages. Uh, here's an interesting stat, and I read this about 6 months ago. I actually talked about it on another marketing video. And direct messages has become the number 2 way people communicate today. So people are not texting people on the phone. They're not definitely not calling people on the phone. So when they want to communicate with their community, with their friends, family members, oftentimes it's the number 2 form of communication is direct messages. So Lorena, let's talk about the importance of direct messages and how we can use that to our advantage to get more buyers and or more tenants for our properties.
Okay, I like this strategy because it's a little bit easier if you know this tool that come ManyChat. ManyChat is a tool when you can optimize your profile. For example, you can say in your video, okay, if you want more tips like this, DM me the word, I don't know, like tips, and I'm going to give you all. Or if you're interested about buying this house or you want a private tour, DM me the word Miami, something like that. So there you can put in many chat the words that they are like keywords. So you put like if people text me in DM me the word Miami or Florida or house, or I mean the keyword that you say in the video, then uh, I want I want the tool send this message, and the message is like, okay, you are in one step to have your house in this 2024, and here is the link, and the link can be a calendly to have like a like a schedule conversation, or you can have, for example, the link of your fan page or your website or your own WhatsApp. It doesn't matter. You can optimize this like a customer journey, and then if the people doesn't text you back the text, the tools can send another text to remind, like, okay, we didn't hear back you didn't respond, so you are still interested of this ta, 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 ta. You can text everything you want to do that. So this is optimized you, and you save a lot of time to respond yourself, or because if people are going to write like money or tips or a house, you need to do it yourself, and this is going to take you a lot of time. But if you use this tool that is called ManyChat, you can I mean there are a lot of tools that do that, but we use ManyChat and it's really good. And in ManyChat you can use it in Facebook, in Instagram, YouTube, in your email. You can do a lot of stuff actually in your WhatsApp too. So you can automate this like tools and strategy, and going to help you a lot with your message.
Okay, you're gonna have to edit this last part because no me acuerdo cuál era el bono.
El bono era de cómo vamos a cerrarlo, pero yo te pregunto, yo te voy a preguntar bueno, listo, Fernando, díganos entonces, ya tenemos ¿cómo vamos a cerrar este cliente? O sea, ¿cómo le vendemos? O sea,
Ok,
¿listo?
dale. Hazme la pregunta
Claro
y
que sí,
seguimos ahí.
perfecto.
Ok,
Pero si quieres, entra tú, después de que yo termine de hablar, entra tú hablando un poquito y ahí sí yo hablo.
okay, dale.
De una.
All right, so the bonus tip, and again, for those of you that are watching the entire video, thank you for watching the entire video. So here's the bonus tip. The bonus tip is the following: is like Lorena, if you want to sell more houses, you have to have a cool app. No, just kidding. Lorena, what's the bonus
Okay,
tip?
actually, I need you to tell the bonus tip, but first, I need to ask you something. Fernando, imagine this magic word. You have like a profile. Your profile is optimized. You have active visual content. You have ads that gave you a lot of leads. You have testimonials. You have DMS, and you have everything. Like you have all these strategies together, and it's working. And in 1 month, you get I don't know, like 20, 30 leads. What you do, because I have clients, they say like, okay, I get leads, but they didn't close, or they didn't go to my property, they didn't buy my property. So something is missing here, and I know you are the expert of this. So how you close the deal, how you convert these followers into clients?
Yeah, phenomenal question because that's extremely important, right? It does you no good to have 30, 40 leads if you don't close any of those leads. So there's a couple of things that I'm going to talk about now about closing that is very important, right? Number one is follow up, follow up, follow up. When you get a lead, you have to nurture that lead. Chances are that most people are not going to automatically, or they just saw what you posted and they're going to automatically buy from you, right? Because they have to get to know you. This is why social media is super, super important. Because social, in today's day and age, people get to know you through social media. This is why I don't understand any business owner that isn't on social media today. When especially for the younger generation, I can tell you this: anytime my son or my son's friends, my nieces, my nephew, when they're going to go to a restaurant, when they're going to go to take a trip, when they're going to a new country, the first thing they do is they go on social media. They see, they want to know about the restaurant. They want to know about the menu. If they're going to a new country, they start looking at social media. So having that social media presence is very important because they get to know you. So when you get a lead comes in, don't automatically, if they DM you, that means they're interested, right? Don't automatically start trying to close the sale right there. No, the equivalence to that is you meet a person at a bar and the person comes up to you and says hi, you say hi back, and automatically, right away you're like, let's go back to my apartment and let's have sex. No, man, it doesn't work that way, right? You got to nurture that person. You got to talk to that person. You got to buy that person that drink, right? So that's what you need to do with your clients. Once you get that DM and they ask about, they say you have a specific house. They say, hey, the DM is Orlando. Hey, I'm looking to buy in Orlando. Okay, good. So now you're going to reply and say, whatever your intro is going to be, and ask follow-up questions. What are you interested in? What do you need? And start to nurture that person, provide value to that person. And after you've done that, then you can pitch to close. But it's going to take time. Don't expect it to happen like that. And again, if they're not ready to buy right there, that's still your potential client. So don't just ignore them. Follow up, add more information, ask them questions later, follow them on Instagram or on Facebook, and start communicating. Send them good morning messages, whatever it takes. But the idea here is that once you have that lead, you have to nurture it and you have to follow up. Hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, first of all, Lorena, anything else you want to add to that?
No, I think that this is the key. I mean, if you have all of these strategies and you hire a company like us at the Dream Media team, and you are getting leads and you are getting like followers and views and everything, and then you say like, I don't close that leads, you need to work in this bonus stuff.
All right, great. Hope you guys got value out of this. If you did, hit that like button. Subscribe if you have not subscribed. Follow us on Instagram. Buy us a coffee if you want to have a conversation with us. See you in the next one.